With Falcon hockey coach Steve Freeman. And Steve, the Falcons picked up a pair of big road wins last weekend, taking a 1-0 overtime win at UW Superior on Friday, and then beating St. Scholastica in their barn 5-3 on Saturday. Could you talk a little bit about those two games? Before you get going, we're watching some highlights of the St. Scholastica game here.
Yeah, Jim, it was a great weekend for us, especially on picking up 4 points on the road and 2 tough rinks to play in. The Superior game, high intensity, real fast game, went up and down all night. And, fortunately, we played a good defensive game all the way through. Scott Lewin played terrific in the net for us again, and we were able to get that goal late in the overtime, so to pull it out. And, and I think that carried over a little bit. The next night, we were able to gain some confidence. Went over to Duluth and played St. Scholastica. They came out pretty hard on us and took it to us, but Scott made some big saves early on, and we kind of weathered the storm, and then the game kind of fell into place, and we were able to get some timely goals from some different people and hang on and win that one. So it was a great weekend.
Steve, you mentioned Scott Lewin already. He backstopped the Falcons to the 2 wins, named the team's Player of the Week, but also the NCHA and the WIAC Player of the Week this past week. Could you talk about Scott's play?
Yeah, well deserved. Like we said, he played extremely well both nights. The goals that were scored on him were scored on the power play. Some backdoor stuff and a deflection off one of our own guys and those kinds of things. But he was rock solid in the nets, and he's been pretty much like that all season. Gives us a chance to win every night. I think he's leading the NCHA and in save percentage, and so that says a lot about his talent. And he's the kind of player that you can really build your whole program around for the next few years. So he's a good one, and we're very lucky and pleased to have him in our program. And a good kid, a hard worker, and a talented goaltender.
Steve, the Falcons have 1 home and 1 road game this weekend. Friday, they host UW Stout at 7:05 here at Hunt Arena. Then on Saturday, travel to UW Eau Claire for a 7 o'clock game. What are you looking for this weekend?
Well, Jim, Stout got us in 2 real tough games over at their building, and now we finally get them over here. And, we know it's going to be a highly contested game. Both teams need the points, and, their strength has been their special teams, and that's been a weakness of ours. But 5-on-5, we've been very good. So we're going to need to score some timely goals, stay out of the penalty box, and just play with a lot of intensity all night, because it'll probably come down to the third period and who plays well towards the end of the game. And then we hit the road, and Eau Claire is having a very, very good year for their program, and they were beat last weekend one night, I think, and then bounced right back and tied to first place St. Norbert on Saturday night. So very good hockey team, and being on the road, we'll certainly have our hands full. But, we believe that, we're as good as any team we're playing right now if we can manufacture enough goals to get the job done. So that's what we're looking forward to. I think it'll be a highly competitive and entertaining weekend.
Steve, good luck to the Falcons. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Jim.